Hi, everyone. Thank you for being here. It is lovely to have you with the community and part of the community. So, I hope that makes sense. I kind of feel like it's a rambling kind of day for me. So, anyway, my name is Holly, psychic medium, energy reader, and we are going to use tarot and oracle cards. So, we can use those as part of a general reading. I prefer them in general readings rather than anything specific just because it helps me to tune into the voice of spirit. So I just kind of sometimes I actually do a traditional reading, and sometimes not sometimes, all the time, I just kind of like, just tell me what to say, you know. Um, Wake Up and Be Awesome is the mug I picked for the vibe because I had to actually dig in the back of the cabinet for it. When I asked Spirit about the vibe for the day, um, that rambling I just did just now, that's part of it. It always seems to be somehow. But anyway, so yeah, and I just exercised, so I'm looking really pretty here today. But God, if I have any more squirrel moments, I just will. Okay, so Wake Up and Be Awesome, and it's got a unicorn on it. I've had this a really long time, and when I asked Spirit for the vibe, this was it. It's just wake up and be you. You are perfectly fine just as you are. Just as you are. Okay? We buy into so many messages from youth onward, childhood onward, and most of them are based in other people's insecurities. So you wake up, be awesome just as you are. And as far as the message for the day, and again, this is going to be general. This is a general message, general reading. Only take it if it resonates. You have control over your life. Um, it has to do with that sense of rambling that I was doing when I was trying to express what I do and why I use cards in general readings. It's time to go within. And this week has been all about change and change coming, but for about a 24-hour period, I feel like there's going to be a need to get really quiet, to go within, and really focus on your internal knowing. Focus on your connection to spirit. Listen to that little voice that nags at you, that either wants you to, and not the ego voice, that's different. That feeds you negative messages, typically, about how we're not good enough, or we need to do this, or we need to do that. And it's something that doesn't in our gut sit quite right. But it's something that we need to listen. That's just something else. But what I want you to do is get quiet and focus on the voice of spirit. What lifts you up? What makes you feel full of light and divinity? It might sound daunting at first, but it doesn't have to be. I think as humans, we make things way too hard. Um, Give me just a second, because I feel like there's something formulating here, and I'm not quite sure where I want to, how this needs to come out. Okay, it's like I hear this almost screaming in my head. You are perfect and you are fine just as you are. You don't have to try so hard. You don't have to work so hard to be something that doesn't fit with what makes you feel good in your own skin and in your soul. Oh, interesting. You chose this incarnate, and I'm just going to tell you what I'm hearing. You chose this incarnation in this physical form with all of its gifts and its challenges because there were lessons to learn from it. When you embrace not just the gifts, but also the challenges, that is when you become whole. That is when you become your most sacred and blessed self. That is when you see your humanity and your divinity and how they come together in this lifetime. Wow, that is a beautiful message. Thank you, Spirit. So the message is to embrace what we think of as faults because they're really not. It's what makes us human. Those frailties are the very things that could lead us to our most impressive successes. And someone needs to hear this very specifically. Stop trying to be someone else. Yeah, just that. And I'm going to say it again. Stop trying to be someone else. It's important to be who you truly are. What a beautiful message. Thank you. I mean, they were feeding that to me in a direct stream. And that could be a standalone message in it. What, 8 minutes, 6 minutes, 8 minutes? I don't know. I don't have my glasses on. We could be finished. But that is absolutely a wonderful message. Wow. All right, I got to get a drink of this because it's warm and it's yummy. Oh, nothing like fresh coffee. And in a unicorn mug. It's actually a travel mug, but I don't know where the lid is. Oh, man. So good. All right, I'm going to... Ow. I'm going to put that there. All right. Sweet Blossom. I remember the name. Sweet Blossom Lenema. Let's use these. I feel like it's just... and if you want to learn how to read the Lenema style or Kipper decks as opposed to regular tarot, because sometimes the symbolism is the same, sometimes it's different, sometimes these are used and more in line with the time frames, then there are a ton of tutorials on YouTube for that too. And there are a lot of different styles of Lenormand. It looks like Lenormand. Okay. All right, we have the books card 26. Added together, it's an 8. That is infinity, wellness, prosperity. I love the number 8. Okay, books. So you were about to okay, well, before I say anything, one more please, so we can build a story on this, because usually you have 2 or more in this, and it reads like, okay, I guess they want to give me more than that. All right, we got a few. All right, so they build one on the other, whereas in tarot it could take a total shift of the reading or the storyline, but with the Lenormand, it's just, they build on one on the last. We have books, anchor. Books, anchor, key, moon, and tree. All right, so we've got card 26. You saw that one with the books. Anchor is card 35. Key is card 33. Moon is card 32. And then the tree is 5. Okay, and we start and end with 2 trees that are blossoming. All right, so and we end with 2 5s because the card, the moon, add it together, it's a 5. The tree is a 5. And the moon card in the Lenormand is different than in tarot. It's not that something is hidden, kind of bringing light to the surface. This is illumination, and it just means a lot of different other things. What do we got here? Spirit, take over, because I'm starting to get in my head. Okay, and I'm getting that wasabi nose, so I know I've got Spirit coming in too. Why are you trying so hard? That's what I just keep hearing. It's like, why are you trying so hard? This is someone's Yeah, this is a grandmother, not a grandfather, but a grandmother. This is someone specifically a grandmother. And I'm seeing mine. I can feel her energy, even though I don't think it's her. Okay, I just asked if this was someone I know that was a contemporary of my grandmother, and I'm getting my nose just flared even more. And she always used to say, you don't have to try so hard. You don't have to try so hard to be who you are. Just be who you are. Okay, and this isn't a message for me. It's a message for me, but it's a message for everybody. It's something about this particular reading with this deck of cards. This new field of study, this new line of work, this new something is going to anchor you and give you the key to help you understand where your rootedness will take form and in what way. It will provide you with safety and security. So if you're thinking about starting a new something related to work, it should provide you, and I feel like it's also, there's going to be a little bit of study involved with it. It will provide you with um, the means of support that you're looking for. Now, that cannot be for everyone, and that is incredibly generic. So just take it for what it's worth. But this woman coming through is, yeah, I think I know who this is. Her name was Lee. Um, this is someone I knew. It's someone I was related to. So she is telling me, yeah, I asked, is this a message just for me? And she's saying no. She could do that privately. This is a message for the collective, and there are a few people in the collective who need to hear this. You are good enough just as you are. You don't have to keep trying so hard, particularly if you're trying to emulate or be someone else. That will only work if you're that other person. She's sassy. She was in life too. Um, I guess I come by it honestly. Okay. Um, what else do you have to say? I am taking it seriously. Yeah, she also, no problem busting my chops too. Um, if you are on the verge of feeling as though you are crumbling, somebody is in distress. I feel like there's someone out there who is watching this who is in distress. You feel like you're crumbling. You feel like you don't have a sense of yourself. And so you're trying so hard to grab onto whatever identity you can. Here's the thing. The messages that you received growing up were not accurate. It was not a reflection of you. It was a reflection of the dysfunction and the fear in the people that were around you. Okay? So please understand, all you have to do is be true to your instinctual impulses. Only be true. Now that means, we all have to be responsible and do what we have to do to take care of ourselves and all that kind of thing. But if you're trying to be something you're not, it's always going to be hard. It's always going to be difficult. And there could be a lot of depression around that. You don't have to recreate a wheel. You don't have to write a best-selling book. You don't have to be world famous. That's a lot of pressure. First of all, it's okay to lead a simple life. It is okay. It is okay to be who you are and be happy. If it's in the kitchen making jam, you know what? You're feeding people. And if nothing else, you're feeding yourself and you love it. That is a beauty. There's a beauty in that. Taking pleasure in simple things are as meaningful as taking pleasure in the big things. Do, and this is a direct quote, do what makes your heart sing. And I think I've heard that before. When you do what makes you the happiest, or focus your thoughts, that's it. Sometimes we have to do things we don't want to do, but if you focus your thoughts, train your thoughts to always revolve around the things that bring you the greatest joy, that is when the light opens up. It's like walking in or trying to navigate a dark room, and then all of a sudden the light comes on, a light switch goes on. You can then see where things are, so you're not always banging into them with your knees and your hips and stubbing your toe, you know. Someone flips the light on. And what flips the light on is you keeping those thoughts of what it is that you truly hold dearest in your heart. And I keep going back to this simple joys, simple pleasures, because I feel like that's what's missing. The realization that that's enough. Also, if you are feeling in a dire situation, reach out and get help. There are so many, and I'm sure there are still hotlines in place. Reach out and get the help you need. There is no shame in it. It is using your resources. And more than anything, understand that you don't have to be anything other than who you are. She's also saying that she worked so hard to try to be everything to everyone and take care of everyone that very often she lost some of those personal moments of connection that should have brought her so much joy because she was too busy worrying about taking care of everything and everyone else. And I think it was mainly with her husband, whom she loved dearly. And in later life, she learned that lesson, but she wishes she had learned it earlier. Okay, I think that's it. Thank you. Thank you for coming to visit. She told me everybody's fine. They're just busy. I'm like, okay. In my, people I know that have moved on. Um, okay. Hmm. Thank you. All right. Um, I think that's it. I'm not going to make this any longer. Yeah, she told me I needed to rest now, and boy, she's not kidding. I am all of a sudden really tired. All right. So, um, I will be back. I'm going to clean up. I'm going to rest a little bit, and then I'm going to clean up. And then I think I'm going to have to do another video for Friday because it is going to be such an insanely busy day from start to finish tomorrow. I don't think I can get. So today is actually Wednesday, and I think I'm going to try to do both videos. One, I always like to do them the day before, but I might have to do the Friday one today too. That's neither here nor there. Don't worry about it. I always put myself in the vibe of that day. Or if the video comes out a little later on Friday, that could be the case. I have a feeling that's going to, yeah, I want to wait until Friday because that is the actual full, we're in the shadow of the full moon right now. That's going to be the full moon, and that's going to be the eclipse of it. So yeah, it will probably come out a little later on Friday, but there will be a Friday reading. So please understand that, but I need to, so I'm not going to do one ahead of time for that, I don't think. Okay. I am sending you all love and gratitude. You are enough. You are enough. You have a perfect soul. You are perfectly, perfectly fine and more than fine. You're going to wake up and be awesome just as you are. Please internalize that. Thank you. I need to take a shower now. Okay. Bye.